All right, guys, we got one here. Let's see what this young lady is talking about.
This is a public service announcement for the boys. And ladies, y'all need to listen up too. Okay? Because I'm tired. I'm tired of men leading these girls on. If you cannot, I repeat, if you cannot deliver what that young lady is asking for, leave that girl alone.
All right. Let me get in here. She seems young, so I'll say this: it's a war zone out there, guys. I'm talking about the dating scene, okay? And that seems like that's what she's referring to out here. Now, I'm an old bird now. You know, my fighting days are behind me. Been married for 12 years plus, and you know, I definitely did some damage out there at one point in the time. But if she's referring to younger people, guys, I mean, this is what comes with the territory. If you're out there in your 20s and you're out there dating and doing this and doing your thing, yo, there's going to be casualties of war out here, okay? And guys are not pulling anything back, especially nowadays, okay, with the society and how everything is kind of ran. All right, guys are going to be out here trying to get it in. All right, run away with the prize. They're going to try to do whatever. I mean, and that's a man's instinct, you know. Anyway, once you hit puberty, man, and once you start, you know, getting out there, I mean, it's instinct. You know what I mean? It's almost like you trying to stockpile it. You know what I mean? I know when I was a kid, I was out there, you know, I had 3 or 4 or sometimes even 5 options. Okay, what if you know, option B or C doesn't work? You know, I don't want to be going home tonight, you know, solo. You know what I mean? Like I said, once you out there, you out there. You know, and that's just how it is. And females do it too. So it's just the nature of the beast. It's the games that we play. So if a guy is trying to win, he's going to, I mean, hey, more power to you, because they're definitely going to be trying to win. All right. Especially nowadays, women want all these things from a guy before they even go out on one date. And then when they get a date, a lot of them want to bitch and moan about the date. Oh, it's only $50. He's too cheap. You taking me to, you know, Olive Garden, or you taking me to Chili's. Like, you know, forget that. You know what I mean? I want this. I want that. But what have you earned? What have you done for this guy to say, hey, I'm this kind of chick, I deserve this? And most women will tell you, because I look good, because I'm this, I'm that, right? That's what they'll tell you. Okay. But guys, I'm telling you right now, and then you do it, you take them out, and guess what? You still don't win. You still crap out. Because why? Because they use you. They play you for a free meal. They play you for drinks. Come on, man. It's a game. It's a dirty game. And you have to learn how to play it. And a guy, all he's doing is, hey, man, I got to do whatever I got to do to tell this girl whatever so I can win, even if it's just one time. You know what I mean? That's the mission. Now, if you're talking about dating someone seriously, we're talking about a whole nother bag of marbles here. But let's continue and see what she's talking about.
Okay, leave her alone. Stop playing in her phone. Stop playing in her face. If you're constantly like, damn, this girl's always nagging about something, leave that girl alone. Let another man come in and do what she wants for her. Cause then, like, are you really a man? Like, bro, communication is key. Babe, look, I feel like I can't deliver what your expectations are from a man. I simply don't have the time. I simply can't. I simply am incoherent.
It seems like she's trying to tell men to, I guess, stop whispering sweet nothings into my ear if you can't uphold what you're saying. And the reason why she's putting this out, in my humble opinion, is because it's something that she's going through. Usually when women put out content like this and they're ranting, it's something that they've went through. OK, and it's probably a guy that she was into and who told her, yeah, baby, I'm trying to be, you know, commit. I'm trying to, you know, I want you to be my number one. And I'm going to take this seriously. Right. And then she gives him that opportunity, and then he shits on her, or he backdoors her, or he just, you know, doesn't give her the time that she thought she was going to get from him. OK, so she's ranting over that. And like I said before, guys, I've been there. I've told girls these things to get them in bed and, you know, get what I needed from them. And like I said, that's a young man's game. That's something that a lot of young people do. Like I said, women do it too. They do it in their own way as well. Okay, they're going to play to win. They're going to play to get what they can get a lot of the time. And that's all this is. This is just young people out here playing the game. Okay, and she's upset about it. Okay, something happened and she's venting about it. That's what this video is to me, what it seems like to me. And, you know, yeah. So if you were everything that you claim you are, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Okay, you would have the guy would be like, yo, I'm not going anywhere else. Okay, whatever. But women like this, like I said, she's a pretty girl, right? So I'm almost guaranteeing that she's had other suitors and she's passed them up. Okay, who would have given her that time, but she didn't want it from them because she wasn't attracted to them in that way, right? But whoever this guy is, she was attracted to, of course. And so all the rules go out the window. She gives this guy whatever, and he promises her to give her that in return. And guess what? He's probably some pretty boy who's 6 feet tall plus, and, you know, whatever. And he's playing her, right? He has 2 or 3 chicks or whatever, and he's telling them the same thing. And that's probably what's happening, guys. All right. And she's frustrated with that. So there you have it. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. This is the game people play sometimes. And when you're young and dating out there, that's just what it is, right? You're not going to be serious until you're serious. That's just what it is. Only you as an individual will understand and know that, right? And she'll look back on this later and say, you know what, man, you know, I remember Tony or I remember Jerry. These guys, they were ready to risk it all for me. And by the time she realizes that, a lot of the time, unfortunately, guys, it's going to be too late, because then she'll probably have 1, maybe 2 kids from one of these other guys out here, the guy she's probably upset about now, or somebody of his caliber who came over, clapped her cheeks, right? Didn't give her the time she wanted, didn't take her on the date she wanted to go on and spend the money that she wanted to get spent on her, right? And now she's got a kid or 2. And now when she realizes all this, what she could have took on Tony, married Tony would have treated her like a princess. It's too late, because now Tony doesn't want her, because now you're damaged goods. Okay. And that's how it works, unfortunately, with a lot of these women in these situations out here. All right. I'm not saying the guys are innocent in all this. I just said they're out here trying to win just like everybody else. But this is the way the game is played. Let's continue.
Like, I don't know. Leave that girl alone. And girls, y'all need to stop putting up with shit like this, because then these niggas go to the next girl and be acting like we're going to put up with that. And I'm not over here. Not over here.
Yeah, she's saying not over here, guys, but somebody did it already. They already got to it. They already beat us to the punch. That's why she's on here now. And watch the way that they stress that. See the way she's saying it, not over here, not over here. She's trying to emphasize that really well. But just because you have a pretty face and all of that, that means nothing. A lot of the times they're the ones who get played the most, guys. I'm telling you right now. And it's usually not somebody prettier than them. OK, there's just somebody, you know, the chick they cheat on her with is somebody who's just got an extremely fat ass or something like that. All right. Or just extremely delicious box. OK, something in that realm over there. So she can say whatever she wants to. All right. And that it's not going to happen over here. But it's already happened, guys. It's already happened, and it'll happen again. I promise you. Let's continue.
So stop nagging and get to walking, sis, because there's like 1,000 more men, and at least out of 10 men, at least 3 of them are willing to give you what you want.
Basically, 3 out of 10 are gonna simp for you. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. But like I said, simps aren't necessarily a bad thing, depending on the perspective you're looking at it from. Okay, if you want a guy who's going to simp for you and give you everything you want, you can get that. These women can get that. She probably has, like I said, guys, she probably has 2 or 3 guys out there right now in her Rolodex she can go get easily. She can go get them to take her out. She can go get them to maybe pay a bill. She can go get them to buy her something nice, right? But the problem with that is she does not care about this person. She gives 2 shits about this guy. That's where the dilemma is. So her frustration right now is over somebody who she is attracted to, who she does want to like her, but he's not giving her that time. Because why? Guys like that don't have to do that. See, that's the issue. See, you can play with those guys and get, you know what I mean, get the guys you want, but those guys have options too. And those guys aren't going to take your shit either, right? If you're talking too much or you're doing too much, yeah, most of those guys aren't doing that. They're not putting up with that. Why? Because they got options as well. If you talk too much Or if you're doing too many things, yo, he's just, all right, bet, cool. And he's just going to go to somebody else. That's just how it is. You got to be able to play the game. And if you're willing to take the shot, you got to be willing to get hit back. That's all. That's what I'm saying here. So it's funny how when it happens to you and the shoe's on the other foot, you know what I mean? It's something different here. That's what I'm seeing here with this video, guys. That's going to do it for this video. If you like the content, guys, please consider hitting that like button and hitting that subscribe button, because I'm growing this community and I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere, guys. And everybody who is subscribed, I love you guys dearly, and I will see you in the next video.